Hello, I'm back. I've clearly developed a few spots, so I recognise that. Please don't fucking mock me. Please don't do it. I've dealt with this illness for about a week now. I'm almost dead. Please give me a break. So Onision, the internet's favourite punching bag. He's been at it again. Whilst I've been gone for a whole week, Onision has uploaded a shit ton of other videos, and Onision has also been talking about money. Now Onision is known for being a complete and utter bellend in the past. That is really the only persona I can drag from Onision. He's just a complete and utter bellend. That's all I can really say about him. The man is genuinely one of the most irritating people on the internet at this point. There is nothing not irritating about Onision. Onision and money are the two words that get brought together quite a lot at this point, and it's mainly because Onision talks about him being broke all the time. This whole year, Onision has been basically begging for money and begging for Patreons, and him pretty much just being a complete and utter fucking bellend throughout the entire year. Alright, fair play, Onision, yeah, you've been fucked by YouTube. It's clear and blatant you've been fucked by the website and have just taken away all your viewers and all your subs. Okay, I can understand that, but that never gives anyone the right to beg and manipulate for money.
I worked really hard on Patreon today. I have a lot more work to do, so if you guys want to help me make more videos and help pay for these really necessary things. Like, as a lot of you know, YouTube has fired me. They dropped my pay 9/10, not quite to the goals on Patreon that I'd like to be able to afford everything, especially healthcare. Tell you a sob story or something. But I don't have one.
Well guys, I'm not going to guilt trip you. I'm not going to guilt trip you, but this year has been really hard and they're going to kill me. They're going to fucking kill me if you do not pay for my Patreon. Have you seen the healthcare bills in America at this point? I only get $50,000 a year from Patreon. They are going to take away my healthcare. But I'm not guilt tripping you guys, you know, I'm real with you. I'm one of the realest YouTubers on the website. I only get 50 grand a year from Patreon and I just want more money. I want your guys' money. Please pay for my drug habits. I don't know what happened now. Sometimes I just manage to slip into the fucked mindset of Onision. The mindset of where it involves constant begging, constant complaining, constant crying without actually putting in any fucking work. Now, we don't actually want to talk about this specific video. I want to talk about another specific video about Onision addressing his financial situation. The video I'm talking about was uploaded 6 days ago and it was titled, in quote marks, Onision is broke.
Hey there, I'm Onision, and today I'd like to discuss my finances. The title is I'm broke.
Now the whole video is basically him explaining his entire financial situation and explaining how the IRS are basically trying to tax him for a shit ton of money. And to be honest, I do like it when YouTubers are transparent with their audience and they do talk about their financial situation, if it doesn't involve manipulation like this video clearly does. It's fine if somebody wants to talk about the money they're earning as long as they're not bragging and trying to manipulate people into feeling sorry for them so they can get more money. But to me, the whole video just came off as a complete fucking guilt trip, just a complete and utter guilt trip. That's all it was. He just wanted to get more money by making his audience feel sorry for him. For example, how he was talking about when he was poorer when he was younger.
I grew up mostly in a one-parent household where my stepdad, for whenever he was around, was an Alaska fisherman, pulled home about $24,000 a year or so. I wouldn't say that my mom failed me in any way, despite the fact that we often shopped at the Goodwill, or as some people know, the Salvation Army. So I grew up on, you know, lentils and very simple foods.
Yeah, buddy, I know, I can acknowledge that you were poor when you were younger. Fair play. A lot of us were too, mate. A lot of people out there are poor. But now, I'm looking at your net worth, and it says $2.3 million. And these things are underestimated. These things probably aren't even a fucking fraction of it. And then he went on to say about how he was getting food from food banks when he was younger.
We had gone to the food bank a few times. Where we lived off, I guess, food stamps or something like that.
He had a tough upbringing, fair play, he had a tough upbringing and he was getting food from food banks, but that doesn't give you a right to make your audience feel guilty for that. You shouldn't make your audience, your younger audience, feel guilty because they are more privileged than you were when you were younger. And then he goes on to talk about his investments, talk about how much money he's invested into YouTube. He claims that he's invested $500,000 into YouTube. His two main investments being his business car and his business house. Yeah, you heard that right, he has a business house because you know, to do YouTube nowadays, you need a house to record it in. Not just one room, You don't need just one room like I have right now. You need an entire fucking house with a swimming pool, with 2 fucking showers, an ensuite, everything. You need that house to do, you need that, trust me, pay for my Patreon. Pay for my Patreon so I can have 6 ensuites. Please, I'm not even joking, I could do with that right now. He said he has a business car. Why do you need a business car, but also have a personal car? That's what makes me wonder. You don't need a car for personal use and business use. You can just incorporate it into one thing, a business and a personal car, especially if you are going through financial struggles. See, if I was going through a financial crisis, my first thought would not to be buy a fucking business car. My first thought would be to limit costs and limit spending. Yeah, I'm £30,000 in university debt. I'm not gonna go out and buy a fucking sports car. You know why I'm not gonna do that? Because it's just completely fucking dumb. dumb, and it's irrelevant to me. Why would I need a business and a personal car? I could just have one fucking car. It's just clear proof that Onision isn't broke, considering he has a business house and has a business car and has a personal car. So the main part about the video is Onision explained that the IRS are basically trying to take away a large portion of his money.
Well, so now that all this money is invested in different assets, the IRS comes knocking and says, hey, you were only supposed to claim 1/30th of a lot of these assets and not 100% of these assets when you filed taxes. We have a problem with this. And I'm like, well, I just put so much money into these assets, and you're telling me that I have to somehow come up with cash to compensate for the 29/30ths that I have to basically slowly pay off over time.
But even here, Onision, in a way, lied. He lied in a video where he's talking about something as serious as the IRS taking money away from him by taxing him on certain things that he's invested in. Basically, he said in the video that he paid off his house because of a financial situation.
To compensate for this, I sold my business property, and I also remortgaged my house. That's right, I had my house paid off, and I remortgaged it. So I have money waiting to pay the IRS. I don't know how much.
But then 3 seconds later, he said he paid off the house after selling his business property because he thought it was a good financial move. He's just full of contradictions and mistruths. Could he not just say that in the video and be honest? It's not the biggest of lies, but it's just something that goes into the essence of his manipulation. By saying in the video that he had to pay off his house, it makes people think, oh, his life was really good. And then the IRS came in and ruined his life. Because not everybody's probably going to be reading that text. Let's think about it. When I'm watching a YouTube video, sometimes it's just on in the background. So not everybody is going to see that bit of where it's actually like, okay, it's not that bad. It really isn't actually that bad. And can I ask, why the fuck did you even have a business property in the first place? Okay, you sold it, but why would you even need one? You're complaining about how your financial situation has been bad for the past year or so, and then you have a business property. That doesn't make any sense to me. You're making YouTube videos. Why do you need an entire fucking another building to make these videos in? Now, as a YouTuber who probably has the same sort of level budget as Onision, considering it's not hard to make these videos on a budget scale, Onision doesn't need much money or much space to record his videos because he's just sat in front of a camera and talking to his audience, and there's nothing wrong in that. And I'm not saying his videos don't take a lot of research. I'm just saying you don't need another fucking building to record them in. Right now, I'm sat in a small room recording my videos, and Onision could basically do the exact same thing without spending $400,000 on a fucking business property. What does Onision need a house for? Shit like this.
This is what it looks like when I dance for you.
Now, there is a reason Onision has made this. There is a specific reason Onision has made this video. Can you actually think what the reasoning of this snide bastard making this video is? I can tell you it right now. The whole video is basically one massive guilt trip and explaining all his financial problems so people donate to his Patreon.
My Patreon, thank you for supporting me through this crazy IRS / lost most of my income. My channels are because of Adpocalypse and maybe my own actions. I still can't figure it out. Not even YouTube understands their own system. If you ask an employee, they don't even understand the algorithm or anything like that, really.
And that's what it always seems to be with Onision. It just seems to be one big video which leads to, can you please donate to my Patreon? Can you please help me out financially? That's all it ever is.
So if you guys want to help me make more videos and help pay for these really necessary things.
And the best part is, he's earning more than the average wage. He's earning $48,000 a year from his Patreon. I don't think he needs any more Patreons. And if people want to donate, fair play. But you don't need to plug it, and you don't need to manipulate people into putting more money into your already massive Patreon. I'm sorry, but this man doesn't need any more help. This man is fine. I mean, the fact he's bullshitting and manipulating his young and impressionable audience isn't a shock at this point, because I've spoken about it about 60 times. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers have too. Onision, Greg, I love you, buddy. I do love you. Please give me some of that Patreon money. Please help me out. Come on, I'm struggling. We're all struggling on YouTube. So, you know, lend us a few quid. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. You know, I'm actually surprised Onision manages to have a platform, so I don't know how he manages to pull it off, but Onision still somehow has a platform. Fair fucking play to him. He's on the hustle, he's on the grind, and somehow he's still getting $48,000 a year from it. In conclusion, Onision is basically just a complete and utter bellends, and I'm sure we all knew that at this point, but it's good to talk about it every now and again, because Onision, you're a scammer, you're a manipulator, and you're a liar. Please fucking stop. But in reality, Onision's earning $50,000 a year from it. He's the real winner here, and we're the losers, because we're not the real-time YouTubers, people. Onision is the realest YouTuber on the website, as he likes to tell us every fucking video. That is the end of the video, but before I ended the video, I did want to quickly address something. Obviously, I've been away for the past week, and there's been pretty much a lot of reasons why. I've had the flu, I've had a really fucking bad illness, and you can probably see it on my face. I look like a fucking rat right now. I've got tons of spots, and it's fucking fucking gross. It really is fucking gross. I just want to get back to how I was before. I'm really actually kind of scared about uploading because I haven't uploaded in a while and I feel like my channel's going to be dead. But yeah, thanks for the support, people. If you want to go follow me on Twitter, iNabber TV, that's where you can follow me on all my updates. Instagram is also there, which is just iNabber. Snapchat is also iNabber. So if you want to go follow my social media and get more updates from me, then go ahead. All support on this video is massive appreciated. Any retweets, any shares, any likes and comments, just massively appreciated because I'm genuinely worried about how this is going to do. So thank you, people. Thank you for watching. If you made it all this way, have a good day. Peace.